The third thing that God will use in your life to guide you is wise people. God uses wise, godly people in our lives to help us make good decisions. Good decisions are the result of good counsel. Proverbs 19 verse 20 says, "Take good counsel and accept correction. That's the way to live wisely and well." And then number 4, God uses sovereign circumstances. I'm glad that our God is a sovereign God, that God works in ways that many times we don't even understand. We can't figure it out. He's working in the background of our life. I love the book of Esther. In the book of Esther, although God's name is never mentioned, you see the sovereign working of God in Esther's life and Mordecai's life and the amazing story. I would encourage you to read it there perhaps this week as well and see how God sovereignly works. God sovereignly opens doors and God sovereignly closes doors. God does things for us. He brings things to our lives that we didn't even know about or plan on because He's at work in our life to will and do of His good pleasure. Psalm 75 verse 6, the Living Bible says, "For promotion and power come from nowhere on earth, but only from God. He promotes one and deposes another." He's the one that can lift you up. He's the one that can open up opportunities for you that you could never open for yourself. And then number 5, are you ready for this one? This is so important. A lot of people miss this one. How does God guide you? Here it is. He uses what I would call sanctified common sense. You know, God gave you a brain. A lot of people don't realize that your brain is a part of your functioning. Your brain is something that God wants to use. He wants you to make good decisions with good common sense. Common sense, if you go to the top of a building, common sense says there's something called gravity here. You don't have to pray about whether you want to jump off the building or not. You have common sense that says don't do that, okay? And so this is the common sense that we often check, we push aside. And God sometimes uses your common sense to help you to be guided in the right way in life. Proverbs 13:16 says, "Wise people think before they act." Notice that word, they think. How much thinking do you do? Wise people think before they act. Fools don't, and even brag about their foolishness. God's guidance system in your life is a navigational system that will get you where you need to be if you will work through it. Don't let your feelings be your guide. Let God be your guide. I think this is something a lot of people struggle with as well. They think that I'm going to do what I feel. I feel it in my heart to do this. Well, please remember that just because you feel something in your heart doesn't make it right. What makes it right is by following the pathway of God's navigational system.